Yo, what's going down, everybody out there in YouTube land? Can you hear me? Yo, this a test? All right, you can. Yo, what's going down, man? Yo, welcome back to my channel. And this is a live stream of Terrifier 2. And before we get started in this, if you guys haven't seen this, this is going to be a hardcore motherfucking spoiler movie review. So, and I've already did a spoiler review and it's up on my channel right now. But this is more of a free talk, more of a talk about the movie. Let's see what's going down. So, if you haven't, seen the movie and you don't want any spoilers, you can go ahead and check out right now and come back and watch it on the rewind, yo. So, let's just get right into it. And we're gonna start off with the coroner scene. And this is the beginning of the movie, and it pretty much ends. It starts off right where the first one, ended, and Art gets kind of like taken away, but then like somehow there was like some lightning going on, like flashes of light, and then he walks out, and the coroner's already been hurt, like he's already got his like he can't talk, something fucking happened, and he's trying to call 911, and Art's slowly walking over to him, and Art's fucked up. You can even see like the hole in his head where he got shot, and I didn't even get to say cheers, y'all. I fucking jumped right into it because I wasn't sure if the mic was gonna work. So yeah, Coroner's trying to call 911, and Art just fucking goes ahead and puts the phone down, and you know what to do, like cuts his eye out, and puts his eye in his, because he doesn't have Art doesn't have an eye, so he tries to put it in his fucking eye socket. Oh man, the practical effects in this. I mean, that's pretty much what it was. It was the practical effects was so fucking on point, and he ends up, killing the coroner, and but he has this black bag, and I hope they come out with a NECA toy where fucking with Art the clown, and he has the black bag because he throws a bunch of tools in this black bag, murder weapons. You got knives, you got scalps, you got fucking scissors, you got fucking acid. So the acid, they fucking kind of put that right there in the scene to let you know that maybe this is gonna come along here in later on in the movie. Excuse me. So, you know, man, it is fucking pretty crazy how they did a lot of practical effects in this movie. It really was on point, man. So, and there really was no CGI. There might have been a little bit at the end, but we'll get that to the end. But yeah, so he takes off down the road, and he goes to the laundromat, and then he goes and sits in the laundromat, and he takes off his clown outfit, throws it in the fucking laundry. Fucking, it's like he only throws it in the dryer for what it really looks like, but no, he really does clean it. And he's sitting there reading the newspaper, and then he kind of looks up, and then we're introduced to the pale girl, and she kind of looks at him, and she's wearing the same attire that Art is, and she has the same fucking face makeup, and it's kind of scary. She's got her fucking ponytail up right here, and she looks, just like him with the teeth all black and nasty and shit. Speaking about nasty, she fucking takes a nasty ass shit. I was just like, what the hell's going on with that? It was like, oh, and Art just kind of looks down at her, and then she walks over to him, and then they start playing patty cake, baker's man, and then the lone guy sitting in the chair sleeping, waiting for his clothes to dry, fucking looks up, and he sees fucking a naked fucking clown playing patty cake with nobody there. So, I thought that shit was fucking pretty crazy. So And then now it's gonna jump right into like the opening credits scene, and then we're gonna get fucking introduced to Sienna, and she's doing her cosplay shit. I well, not really cosplay shit, but she's fucking making her Halloween outfit, dude, is what she's doing, and she's gonna be a warrior princess with fucking wings. It's gonna look fucking pretty sick, you know. And her little brother Jonathan comes in, and we're introduced to Jonathan, and you know, he's like, oh, talking to her. And so we know we got a brother and a sister. And then we find out, that it's just them and their mother. And she's they're all kind of stressed out because um just recently the father had passed away because he had a brain tumor in his head. So is what we're told right now. And you know, it's almost Halloween or it's Halloween day. It's right there. I think it's drawn out, in 2 days, but maybe it's one day. So Jonathan is really, he wants to dress up as Art the Clown. And they're like, what the hell? No, you can't dress up as a fucking serial killer. You fucking crazy man. What the hell are you thinking about? They're like, well, he never found his body, you know? Maybe he's still out there. And so they fucking that's pretty much the opening scene. And then, you know, that night, it was like, so maybe that was like dinner time or something like that. And then, so that night, fucking Sienna's like getting ready to pass out and she's watching TV. And then all of a sudden, she's like dozing off and she's kind of like, there's a weird commercial on here in the background. And then freaking she passes out and then she wakes up and she's in this commercial and it's the Clown Cafe. So welcome y'all to the Clown Cafe, man. That is like, so when I was first watching it, I'm like, this has got to be a dream sequence, and this is all right. Let's see where they go with it. It was pretty dang good. I liked it. It really felt uneasy, to me, like watching it because you kind of know what is gonna happen. It's just gonna be like, the clown fucking cafe, and there's all these fucking kids there, but they almost look like adult kids, and maybe teenagers her age, and um, she's sitting up there just kind of watching everything, and they're just like singing the song "Welcome to the Clown Cafe." And then they got a special guest, and here comes Art the Clown strolling with his three wheeler, his little coming around, do 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 do, and he's got his fucking black bag, and he's like, "I got gifts." And he start giving little candies to all the kids, and then he gets up to Sienna, and he wants to give her, a fucking a box, and she's like, "No, I don't fucking want that shit. I don't want it." He's like, "Take it." She's like, "No." She fucking has to take it. And then she opens it up and it's just fucking nasty. It looks like a heart, dude. It's just gross as shit, man. It is fucking don't eat any food when you watch this movie. Um, don't think about it at all. Practical effects are insane. Like if you're just a normal person out there and like, yeah, I like horror movies. Horror movies are pretty cool. I like the, what they say. Like I don't know, Babadook, movies like that. The Witch. I mean, really good. But no, this is like a slasher, fucking 80s horror, fucking gore, and just let's see how fucking nasty can we make somebody just be like, ugh. And I mean, they do if you're not sensitive to it. So, if you're too sensitive to it, and if you don't watch like these kind of movies, and it's pretty damn gory. So, um, yeah, but so at the end of the clown cafe scene, that's where we're at. Let's see where we're at. So, um, fucking Art the Clown ends up pulling out a Tommy gun and this fucking kills everybody. And then like Sienna gets away and like she's getting into the cereal box that has all this nasty ass shit in there, razor blades, fucking cockroaches, this nasty crap. And like she ends up and it's like she puts her hand in there and she's like, and she like tries to pull it out. Last time Art's there with the fucking blowtorch because he fucking used the blowtorch to fucking kill the girl with the banjo. It was a banjo. It could have been a big mandolin or something, but like that. And she's still fucking burning, playing "Welcome to fucking Clown Cafe." And then Sienna pulls out and she's got the sword. Okay, her little fucking dagger that her father gave her that's sitting on her dresser in real life, and she's in dreamland, or is she? And then so right when she goes to fucking she pulls it out, Art fucking shoots her with the fucking blowtorch and she blocks it with that fucking blade, that dagger, and then boom, she wakes up and her wings that she made in her bedroom are on fire. So like the fire transferred over from this other realm that we have, and we're gonna call it the Clown Cafe because that's what it is. They're saying, "Welcome to the Clown Cafe." So, is this purgatory? Is this hell? Is this where this demon of that art resides? I don't know. So, you know, oh yeah, where are we going? We're going to chapter 5 right now, y'all. I just got a little bit of notes here to keep myself online. So, fucking rolling through this, y'all. So, there's a scene there where Art and the pale girl, they're like somewhere and they're like, she's fucking hitting this old TV with fucking antenna wings on it. And they're like, wake, like, get it working. And then like it works. And they're showing this old clip of report from the last movie, the lone survivor of it. That's face is all mutilated and how she got away. And they get fucking really pissed off. She gets away. She ends up having an interview online with like one of those CNNs or whatever. And backstage after the interview, she like fucking attacks the girl and mutilates her. So there's a little side story right there. What was it? Oh, try to look up the girl's name real quick. But uh, what was it? It was like Molly or something like that, like that. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, movie's fucking brutal, and now we're gonna go ahead and they go to she goes to school. So now it's Halloween day, and she's kind of traumatized. Fucking almost burned the goddamn house down, and shit, there she goes with their friends, and they start talking about the attack between the old survivor and the CNN reporter, doing an interview backstage, and she gets all like nauseous and like starts freaking out. Sienna does. Sienna's just like, okay, so we got our final girl, Sienna, and by Lauren Lavetta. No, I said it wrong. Oh, don't get me wrong. I love you, girl. And so they calm her down, and then they go back to school, and then she leaves, and they're like, hey, let's Lavera, Lauren Lavera, and they go to the Abracadabra Halloween store, and like this is so cool, man. We get a cool Halloween shopping trip. Do y'all go to fucking a Halloween store like every Halloween, just because you have kids, or even like when you're in your teens, you did that a lot. You always want to fucking dress up for Halloween. I think Halloween still holds its fucking own, you know, over Christmas. So they go to the Halloween store, and Art, is he kind of shows up in the background, and she's checking out her wings, and like he's just chilling there and waiting, just waits for her to turn around to see him. And when she sees him, she's just like stunned, and we kind of get into that with a lot of different scenes where someone is going to get they're going to get like they can't talk. They're just like when they see Art because they're like so petrified, you know. And then so she catches her breath, and then she kind of has to walk right past him. So she has to like, like he doesn't move, and she has to like, and then she goes upstairs. Sorry, I got a runny nose. So she goes upstairs to fucking check out. Man, she's like, all right, I'm out of this motherfucker because this crazy ass fucking guy back there is scaring the shit out of me. And so she goes up there and she's fucking trying to check out. And then like she realizes she doesn't have her bag. And right when she says, oh my God, my bag's down. And then like, bam, the bag slams right on the desk, the cashier, and it's Art. And then he just turns around and kind of like walks behind her. And then she kind of looks away and is just like, pretty dang, like the freaking Halloween store in Abracadabra was pretty good. So, you know, she ends up, paying paying for it. And then the cashier's like, you know what? I'll get you a nice bag. I'll be right back. She's like, no, 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 I don't need a bag. He's like, no, it's all good, girl. I'll get you a bag. And then so she is left there with Art the Clown. And so Sienna is just like, and Art just now, we get some crazy cool scenes where like Art gets some sunglasses and puts it on, then he gets some other sunglasses and puts them on. And then she's just, man, she's so good, such a good actress. And then Art comes with a freaking horn and she's just like, don't fucking do it. He's like, oh my God. Shit was fucking, it was good, man. Finally, the cashier comes back with the bag and he's just like, fuck, man, get me the fuck out of here. And the cashier kind of realized what's going on. He was like, man, you gonna fucking buy something? And then she leaves, and then Art kind of like, no, I'm not gonna buy anything. And he turns and like, walks away about 10 feet or whatever behind, Sienna. And then we're gonna like think, he's just gonna follow her. But Sienna fucking opens the door, walks out, leaves. Door closes. He gets up to the door. He goes to reach for the door, and then he goes and closes the fucking open to close, and then locks it. And I was like, all right, we know where this movie's fucking going already here, man. He's already killed fucking two people, and then now he's locked in a room with the cashier, Ricky or Richie or something like that. And he ends up, taking care of Richie. I guess we can talk about it real quick. He uh he goes up and he's gonna buy the fucking horn. He's like, "You fucking buy something because I'm gonna close up, dude." And Art's like, "You fucking, I want to buy this." And then like he grabs his fucking bag of shit of his garbage bag full of toys, and he starts putting on a hatchet, a knife, fucking like all this stuff. And the guy's like, "What the hell? Are you kidding me? Hurry up, man! I'm gonna call the cops." And then like right when he says that, he pulls out like crunched up dollar bills and like gives it to him. And then when it was Richie, he reaches down and fucking to grab the money. And then Art has a bottle. Yeah, because he pulls out a fucking like a, not a beer bottle, like a 7-Up bottle. And he fucking breaks the glass bottle and then like stabs it right in his fucking neck, dude. And then he ends up fucking just like, like takes his head off. And I don't want to say the word. And you know, kind of plays with it because the door's locked and there's a mother running with this her little child, her younger kid, boy. We gotta hurry up and get a Halloween costume before they close. Oh man, it looks like they're already closed. And he looks in the window and you see Art the Clown holding the head of the cashier and blood's dripping down. They're like, oh, that's a cool effect. They kind of played that off a little bit in this movie. So yeah, fucking brutal, brutal, brutal freaking movie, man. Like not for the faint of hearts. But it's all made in fun. Like this shit's just like it's good to it's not real, but it's like I mean, with how they can make a movie with these practical effects is so good. And then you have these high budget horror movies and they look like crap. So All right, man. So, we're gonna jump around here a little bit. Um we got introduced to Allie and Brook. Okay, so that they were at the school scene, with Sienna before the Abracadabra store. And then so Jonathan, sh- is chilling at his house, but he's got fucking his dad's sketchbook. And Sienna walks in, he's like, look at this, you know. And he flips, he's like, I saw this girl today, and it was a girl early at school because earlier at school he got kicked out because they were playing with a dead possum, and then outside, not playing with it, but looking at it, him and his friends, and fucking he has to go to the bathroom in school, and then he runs in the hallway, he runs into fucking Art the Clown and the pale girl, and they're fucking playing with the possum, and they end up fucking throwing it at him. Excuse me, bear. And he fucking runs away, but when he runs into the fucking principal, and she's got some fucking titties with some RT on it. She's from a horror sleepaway camp, and but it was like he ends up getting sent home, and it really wasn't his fault because they thought he brought the dead animal in the school, but he fucking didn't. And so now Jonathan is talking to Sienna, but he isn't telling her about that. He's like, "Look at Dad's sketchbook," and like so, rewatch this movie like three, 4.5 times, 3.5 times, and in the sketchbook, it already showed the fucking coroner fucking death scene, and then it showed the fucking laundromat scene, like sketches of it, and then it shows like the armor suit, and then it kind of shows like a demon, which you is like going to be art. So it kind of shows you what's going on. In the very end, it shows a character, the the demon queen, not demon queen, the warrior princess that Sienna is holding that demon head. That doesn't look like art, but that's what art really looks like is that demon head. So that sketchbook from their father, because at the very end of the sketchbook it had a sketch of what that demon looks like, um, to us, like he wears that Art the Clown makeup, so he's Art the Clown. And so that was and you have to really fucking pay attention because it's a long movie, so it gives us that, but it's like, all right, that's where they're going, in that because in that sketchbook it shows the pale girl before she was, when she was disappeared, and she disappeared from the carnival. So uh and then it said, and then Jonathan's like, this is all connected to Miles County killing massacre and the carnival and Art the Clown. He's putting it all together, man. All right, man. And so now we're going to chapter 9, and this is Allie's death scene. And you might want to take a drink for this one, especially here on Rewind. All right, so it's it's Halloween. She gets knock on her door. Allie walks up and she opens the door, and it's some trick or treaters, and they go away. And then she just puts the candy down, and there's a knock on her door. She's like, "Oh wow!" Again, she picks up her candy, opens the door, and it's Art the Clown holding his garbage bag, and he's just like, "Yo, didn't say anything." It's like, and then she's like, "Aren't you too old, pretty much, to fucking trick or treat?" "No, I'm not giving you anything. Get out of here," pretty much. Shuts the door on him. He knocks again. She goes there and she's like, "Are you serious?" Da 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 da. I believe she shuts the door again and he knocks really loud the third time. And then she's opens the door and she's like, "What? If I gave you candy, you'll leave?" And he pretty much like, "Yes." And then like she fucking throws the candy at him. But then she kind of looks in his garbage bag and sees his fucking all of his toys. And then she's just like, hmm. Then she shuts the door and she fucking locks it. So she goes back inside, and then it's a little bit later that night, and pretty much Art breaks in, and she goes downstairs because she's upstairs in her room. She goes downstairs, and then Art's in the bath or not the bathroom. He's in the kitchen, and he's getting some water, and he's drinking it. He's putting it down. He's kind of looking around, and she's again petrified. She sees him, and she cannot stop staring at him. She's just like, and you're like, "Move, girl, move." And she just won't fucking move. She just fucking keeps on looking at him. And then until he turns around and he's like, what how he acts, Art is just fucking really good facial acting. And they do music with how like sometimes when someone would scream, you don't see them scream, but you know it's like kind of them screaming, but it's the music screaming and he's using his mouth like he's screaming like, and there's like Kinda how they use kinda how they use him to talk, to use the fucking the score of the movie is how Art talks, pretty much, so and they do a pretty good job on it, on some parts, and so, she runs upstairs, Allie runs stairs, Art ends up, catching her by the door, I think they have a pretty good brutal door fight right there at the beginning, but he gets in and he goes to town. Like it's probably it is it's pretty bad, dude. Like he scalps her, fucking cut her like cheek and he scalps her. He fucking devours her back a bunch of times. And then he fucking breaks her arm from here out and then he rips it off. So then she doesn't have this part of this dangling. And then fucking she's got uh she's fucking trying to get away, then he rips half her face off. He leaves, he comes back with some bleach and pours it all on the stab wounds on her back and then salt all over it. And then he fucking puts her that's when he rips her face off and then like her mom comes home and she sees where there's been an intruder because the back glass door is totally busted open. She runs upstairs to go find her fucking daughter, and she sees that Art's playing with her on the bed, and he's just, I mean, it's nasty. Her legs all cut, everything's fucking mutilated, half her face is off, and then like mom looks at daughter, and then the daughter actually looks at mom and like, oh, mom, like she's still alive, and then Art's just like, no, I mean, yeah, it's hard to watch, and like It's it was it's all fake, but it's really good practical effects, man. Holy shit. I mean, fuck me running, dude. So, all right, man. Did I skip anything? Oh yeah, then so he kills the mom off screen, but he there's some trick or treaters come and he's got the mom's head and he's cut out the insides where the brain would be, and he put a bunch of candy in there, and then he's handing it to the little kids, and it's like a decapitated head, and there's a bunch of brain matter in there with a bunch of candy, and the kids and the mom think it's this practical effect, but it's real. It was just like, ugh. I mean, first time watching this movie, it was just like, oh my god, it was so gross, so nasty. All right, man. So now they go to the Halloween party and they're just fucking, chilling. They start let's get a little bit drunk or tipsy. They get they get a mixed drink and then they get a shot. So and then they have that and they want to have some more. They're dancing. Brooke, she's with Brooke. They're waiting for Allie, their friend, to show up. We know what happened to Allie, but they don't. And then Brooke's boyfriend Jeff shows up. And they're kind of having a good time. He's got a crazy little shirt on, says just the tip, I promise. And it's a bloody knife with a little blood on it. Um, they have good old time there. She gets Molly. Her friend Brooke put some Molly in her drink or whatever to make her feel better, which it does. She's having a good time. But then she starts to come down a little bit. Her mom calls her and it tells her about a fight they that her and Jonathan had, and Jonathan took off, and then she thinks Jonathan like egged her car, not egged her van, like put a bunch of shaving cream on it and toilet paper and smashed pumpkins on her car, but their car was in the garage, so it didn't make any sense. And after Sienna's coming down a little bit, she's just like and hearing this, like she's like, "What the fuck?" Well, she goes back inside the club, and then she kind of starts seeing the pale girl in the dancing, and she's like, "What the hell is that?" And then she kind of flips out because she sees the pale girl a few times, and then she gets like super scared with all the drugs in her system and fucking drinking a little bit. She's like, "Just take me home." He's like, "Okay, we'll take you home, Jeff and Brooke." And halfway to Sienna's house, she gets a call, and it's Jonathan, and he's saying, "Hey, I'm lost. I'm actually at the old carnival. Can you come pick me up? I got left here with my friends. I don't have a way home." And then she's like, "Yeah, I'll come get you." And then it shows that it's not Jonathan's talking; it's the pale girl. Uh, imitating his voice because just right before that, Art the Clown was able to abduct Jonathan because Jonathan came home and found his mom dead. And yeah, I kind of skipped over that scene, didn't I? But you know what? I fucking life. Fuck am I supposed to do? So yeah, Jonathan's mom comes home and or when she's fucking trying to clean her car, um, she's Art the Clown's actually inside the car and she starts cleaning the driver's side door, window. And then all of a sudden you see Art's face appear and then she's like, "What?" And then he has a shotgun. He's like, boom. And it just blows her head off all the way across the fucking ceiling, dude. Boom. And then like it went everywhere. The damn good fucking kill scene. And I do not want to like jump over these kill scenes because how good the practical effects was. Hopefully, I'm not. Hopefully, I'm giving them their respect because they deserve all the respect, all the kill scenes, everything, even down with Allie at the beginning because he puts a knife like right down her face and down her eye and then right here, and then her eyes is all like cut and it's like sticking out. It's way good, really good fucking practical effects. I mean, like this is how these movies should be made, not like some fake ass like CGI shit and put on here and give me fucking a hat or something right now. That's not how it works. So yeah, where the hell we at? So she's seeing the pale girl and she's like, "Let's get out of here." And then so now they're heading to the Terrifier, and it's an old carnival little haunted attraction, kind of out there and in the middle of nowhere and off the side of the road, and it looks pretty crazy. And so they pull up, and Jeff and Brooke just like they let Sienna go in by herself because they want to do some fucking yayo, and so they do that and make out a lot. I was like, we're gonna see some action here, but not in Terrifier movies. The rated R is all in the fucking gore. So no boobies, y'all. So spoiler, no boobies. And but there is one scene. Jeff has to go outside because he gotta take a leak. And you remember what his T-shirt said. So Art the Clown shows up and cuts off the tip of his dick and then rips it off, and then blood squirting everywhere. Then he goes to the driver's side door where freaking Brook is and smashes it up against the fucking window. Oh, so gross. And then Brooke gets out. He fucking cuts her leg really bad, and then she runs into the Terrifier where Sienna's already at, and she's like, it's pretty damn good, going into the final act here, and it is a little bit long, because I knew while I was looking at the time how much time was left, and I was like, yeah, I want to watch this though. I want to make sure, after watching it a few times, I'm like, all right, let's see what's really going down in this. And the scenes in it are really good. The lighting's good. I think it could have been a little bit maybe darker in some scenes. I know they weren't on like a high budget, but what they did made it look like it really did look amazing. There's really, I mean, tiny. There's really no nitpicking. I mean, like it's fine. The movie's good. You know, I wouldn't know how to fucking do it. So Brooks, holy crap, fucking haunted basement, dude. I swear there was like a fucking knock over there. All right, so yeah. By the way, I'm in the haunted basement studio, y'all. So hope you all like it. And we're going down to Brooks she got to take off her boots. Can't run. She got a big old cut on her fucking leg, and she gets damn boot off. But right, gets her last boot off to fucking run away. Art's there, and he gets her, and fucking he's holding. I can't remember, he's holding a knife or something, but he's got a bottle of acid right behind him, and then like he fucking throws the acid on her, and then this boils her whole face up. She falls to the ground. He's fucking stabbing her in her chest, and he fucking this opening up her whole cavity. They show a lot of brutal hits and blood everywhere, and just good practical effects to where he ends up ripping out her heart, and it's really fast, and he grabs her heart and it's like fucking eats that shit. And then fucking we got Jonathan, running around, Sienna running around, and Art the Clown left in the Terrifier Carnival. So everything now pretty much is off memory. And there's a lot of chase scenes in there. Sienna and Jonathan end up, reuniting, and Art the Clown is there, and they're fighting. Oh man, I just had it. They were yeah. A second, y'all, man. I've been going fucking 38 minutes straight. Ooh. So they did go on like for a lot of little bit of chase scenes where one time Jonathan would be like hiding in this like box with a curtain over it, and then you would see Art the Clown there, and then he would walk away. Jonathan would get out, see an exit sign, fucking take off towards the exit. Right when he gets to the exit, fucking Art's there because like he knows that's the way out, and so he attacks Jonathan. Sienna is just so awesome in it. She's she fights him so much, man. She looks so good in that outfit too, man. And I really, really we need to talk about her, and we'll just jump right into it. So there's a point in the movie where she's sacrificing herself to save Jonathan because he's getting whipped by these cattails and just like getting smashed. and like she jumps on top of Jonathan and starts taking the blows, and then I mean she's just getting whip, and then she grabs she's able to grab the cattails and get him back from fucking Art and just starts fucking beating him with them. Boom, boom. So good. And man, how they acted and the blood and they had scenes where they would get scratched and it with the cattails and the editing in it was spot on. I'm like, man, that's pretty damn good. I like how they did this. And it's pretty cool that I got the steel book, and this is the Walmart one, and I had to pre-order it, and then I got it right before Christmas, and they have a really nice documentary of how like everything was made, like pretty much the whole movie of like how all the practical effects were made, like well, not really how they were made, but like the behind the scenes footage of it, and it's so good. And I looked. You can't even buy it at Walmart no more. It's sold out. I know they got ones at another exclusive ones at Best Buy, but fuck Best Buy and fuck that place. Fuck you, Best Buy. Really don't like Walmart either, but fuck Best Buy. But yeah, that's fucking cool. So Sienna is like, fucking standing up for herself, but Art gets the fucking upper hand and fucking he ends up like choking her and he pretty much chokes her to death. Uh man, it's there's just so much in the fucking final act. It's just like and then she just like she comes back to life. I mean, that was like in a bathroom scene with fucking Brooke because when after uh he eats Brooke's heart, fucking Sienna. Like I said it's a free talk, man. Talking freely. Can't fucking go down perfect, but I can fucking tell you everything not in order. I did pretty good in order till the final act. Final act is like I said, it's like what? Golly, like 35 maybe minutes long, something like that. Especially if you're counting the ending scene, the ending credits. So, which in my last review I didn't put on. I did watch it. I just didn't talk about it because I know I was going live, y'all. 42 minutes in this motherfucker. Still rolling. Yeah, I'm stalling a little bit. I know what happens. Just want to figure out how I want to tell y'all. Wonder if you can tell me what happens. And I gotta finish that shit before. I'll finish it way before. All right. All right. Finally, what is going on with this movie? This Art comes back. Sienna, she fucking grabs a fucking rebar, boom, and puts it right down his head and like through his mouth and then pulls it out and then blood's just everywhere. And then she goes and grabs Jonathan and they're like, let's get out of here. And they're working their way out. She grabs the lead pipe, you know, they're almost out. They go into a freaking okay, this is the carnival, but they go into like a satanic church. And there's all these dummies, with cloaks on and this scary little fucking things going on. And all of a sudden, Art is one of the, it has a cloak on, and he grabs Jonathan and fucking, starts fucking welling on him, and then he yells out for Sienna because Sienna kind of went a little bit ways away from her. She comes running back, and that's where Art gets the upper hand on both of them, and he takes he's beating the shit out of Sienna like this. Fuck, what the fuck happened, dude? I really like just watched it fucking like an hour ago. It's like I said, it's so much. Watched it more times than I just rewatched it like an hour ago. Well, I guess not. Like, yeah. Um, man, he. I'm all right. Well, let's get to the ending scene because I know that part. So there's this. He's got her, and like she's backed up. She's on her feet, and he's pushing her there. And then there's like these boards on the ground, and he like just pushes her down, and the boards break, and she falls down like into like this opening, you know, tunnel, and she fucking lands. And it's fucking cool. It's like a pretty good drop. There's these stairs that go down. It's like it looks pretty old and ancient, and with their feathers falling down, the feathers, floating up because they're it's pretty dang good cinematography on that. Got to give them way, way good props on it. So, you know, uh, Art the Clown ends up, walking down there, and he has the freaking her dad's sword that he gave her, the dagger, and he fucking stabs her right in the stomach with it, and kills her. And then there's another little fucking hole, and he fucking kicks her down into that, and then she falls down into a fucking like a water chamber, and she's in the clown cafe. So now we're back to the clown cafe. So we're fucking all the way back up on fucking chapter 4. So now we're all the way back up on chapter 4 in the clown cafe, and it shows all the people, all those kids, those teenagers on the swing set with their candy swinging around. But you got the girl on the banjo, and fucking she's burning up on fire. And you got Sienna in this fucking water chamber, and she's just like in there. It's fucking pretty cool. They do some slow motion with it. It's the movie is a slasher movie. Okay, it's a horror movie. It is. This is movie is made for you to step out of reality and just have a good time, and that's what fucking it does. And so she's in the chamber, and she's can't get out, and so she's in there forever, man. And but she ends up, you know, passing that, like dying. She fucking drowns in the fucking chamber, and she's just floating there for a second, and then the dagger that her father gave her is above her outside, and all of a sudden it fucking it lights up, like it kind of lights up, and it gives it like this more of a supernatural feel to the movie. Like, and that was like probably the only CGI in it was like it lighting up the sword, the little dagger. And Sienna's fucking stomach, where she got stabbed by that, like totally heals up, and she comes alive in a chamber, and then she gets out. And then, meanwhile, while that is happening, Jonathan is passed out, and he's slowly awaking up by something. And then he looks at his hand, and it's Art the Clown eating his fucking fingers. He's like, "Ah, give it back." And he starts kicking him off. And then he's trying to kick, and then kicks him off, but then Art the Clown grabs his fucking leg, and he starts fucking trying to eat his leg. He's not eating it, he's eating it. And then Sienna shows up, fucking badass motherfucker, warrior princess. Boom! Looking smoking fucking hot. Oh my god. Amazing. and she fucking has that fucking knife and this fucking goes to town on him. And you know, actually listened to a interview with her today. I knew that was out for a minute, but it was from with Sinister Cinema Reviews. Jason and Callie, and it was pretty damn good interview. I was glad that I watched it. I didn't want to watch. I wanted to watch it, but I hadn't seen the movie, and they did the interview way before the movie, or when the movie was like right out in theaters. And they got like 3 weeks in the theaters. It was only limited release, and it did really good. So I think what they it was about 250,000 they were able to get on their GoFundMe or whatever the pay. I don't know what it was. It was like, oh, and then so they got that much money to fund the movie. The movie made over $12 million, and the movie was 2 hours and what 23 minutes and like 41 seconds, something like that, and they gave their backers, their donations, everybody who paid for this movie, they gave them their money's worth. They didn't cut the movie, down. They gave all these scenes extra long time. They didn't cut it down. They didn't edit it down. And after watching it so many times, you know what? Why not? Well, why cut it down? Just give us the whole director's cut. Give us the whole movie. Um, all those little other scenes. I mean, they could have cut it down. I mean, you can definitely shrink this movie down to like 2 hours for sure. But kind of glad they didn't. I mean, they could have went the other route and did it, and then come out with a director's cut. But I don't know. Like since it was only a limited release in theaters, why not just fucking do it? Fucking give it to the fucking fans. I mean, yeah, fuck, dude. Why don't why don't other franchise? I mean, so let's talk about Art the Clown. Like, well, leaving the ending off. No, let's get fucking right to the ending. So I got there. She gets a sword. She comes back, takes up her hand on Art, and then fucking chops his fucking head off. And like, it's pretty dang good. Like, she's fucking badass, dude. Like, she looks so good, dude. Hits it a couple times. That's what I know. Hits it a couple times on one side, and then I noticed that like she did went around to the other side, and I don't know if they noticed this, but I did. But it was started on this side, and so maybe it was already halfway cut off, and so then she wanted to go on the outside, but it didn't really look like it. Art knew it was coming. Like he gives us look where it's like a look at like you fucked up, and I'm gonna kill you. Look, and he does it throughout the whole movie. He does that to her. Then he gives a look like, oh shit, I'm fucked. And then like I love the ending where he's just like at the very end, he's just like it's like that. I don't know what that looks like. Yep. And so bam, the head goes off, she decapitates him, and then she gets Jonathan. He's fucking hurt bad. She's hurt bad. Um, all of a sudden the pale girl shows up and she grabs Art's head and then she looks at it and she's just like and like she's hears them. And then they're kind of like behind a bench and they're just like looking at her. But the little girl takes Art's head and leaves. And then, bam, end credits scene, done with. What do you guys think about it, man? I really want to know. It's not one that's huge out there. it's got a good following though. There's a lot of horror fans out there that like this movie, and it's not for the mainstream audience. But do you think that Art the Clown is a good horror icon to have? I think so. Might as well. I think it's pretty good. So the post credit scene has Chris Jericho in it, and it is pretty brutal. Not brutal, but like gory as fuck. So we got like his wife gave him a zombie platter to bring to work, and it's like got zombie brains and eyeballs in it and guts, and it looks pretty damn nasty. And like listening to their dialogue and like what's going on is so gross from the first time watching it. It's this like after just watching that brutality, all that blood and guts and gore and what he did to Allie and eating Brook's heart, taking down the coroner's eye, fucking the Pell girls taking shit on the ground to where we got fucking you know, cutting off Jeff's dick. I mean, Jesus, please, no more. But no, there's that post-credit scenes. Like Chris Jericho's eating freaking zombie brains and fucking eyeballs, but it's just candy. Then you got is it Monica, fucking the girl, it's the survivor from the first one. She's over there, this like it's like she's having period blood or something. She's like rubbing at her bottom part, and she's just writing stuff on the wall, and then it reveals what she's writing. It's like cunt, slut, bitch, art plus. Was it Monica? Or, I can't remember her name. And Brooke, or not Brooke, Beth, something like that. I'll say them all. Which ones have you had? I have had them all. Just can't remember their names, but I've had them all. And but then she gives up like, oh man, she like this girl's giving birth. I'm like, that's what's going on. I'm like, oh my god, dude, what are they doing? Fucking, she fucking having birth and blood going everywhere. It's so nasty. It's so gross, man. Oh, but you got to get through it, and then the nurse comes and she's like, oh my god, what's that, dude? She gives birth to Art's head. Art the clown's head is what she gives birth to, just his head. It's just like just his head. So it's just like, and it's just like she's licking it like a fucking cat, like cleaning it. And then like he's looking at her and he's smiling, doing his thing, and fucking welcome to the Clown Cafe. That's where the credits end. So, yep. All right, man. Fuck that shit, man. That was over with. And holy crap. Holy fuck, dude. That was insane, man. Glad I got it out. And then now it's out there forever, man. Holy shit, dude. Fucking I gave it a 9 because in IMDb you can't do a point system, I don't think. So it's an 8.5, dude, for sure. I'll take this fucker an 8.5. And we've already heard from Damon Leone, the writer, director of this guy that does all the practical effects. Um, there's gonna be a Terrifier 3, and he's already stated it's gonna be more scarier. So which that means it's gonna be more probably like it's gonna be more of like a, a faster pace movie. It's gonna get hopefully it is gets this one was not scary. It was just way gory. This movie was gory as fuck. A little bit of scary parts in it. Really good cinematography on it in it, but not really scary. And the next one um, should be scary and a little bit shorter. And get I don't know where they're gonna go with it, man. We got these fucking super natural elements with the sword and then Art coming back through his head. There's two demons involved with the pale girl and Art. So I was going to keep this under an hour. I'm going to. So Triple B's is out from the Haunted Basement Studio. That was your hardcore spoiler movie review on Terrifier 2. And I get a lot of reviews on the rewind. So hit some fucking comments down there. And fuck, man. Golly, man. Triple B's out. Laters.